Welcome everyone. So our today's topic is biomolecules from Unit 1, Chapter 1. Okay. So today we're going to learn about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. So what are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are sugar molecules along with proteins and fats. Okay. So what are carbohydrates? They are sugar molecule with protein and fats. So, and these are one of the three main nutrients found in food and drinks. Okay, so it is one of the main nutrient which is found in our food. The body breaks down carbohydrates into glucose. Okay, to use it. The glucose or the blood sugar, it is the main source of energy for our body cells. Okay. So why do you need carbohydrate? Because it gets because it gets broken down into glucose, and glucose is required, and it is the main source of energy for our body cells. Okay, body cells are tissue and organs. Okay, and there are three major types of carbohydrate. Those are monosaccharide, disaccharide, and polysaccharide. So let's go along with the notes, and it will make the idea about carbohydrates more clear. Okay, carbohydrate as a biomolecule. Carbohydrate is not only providing energy but also constructing organisms, acting as a biomolecule. Carbohydrate is basically made up of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. So what does carbohydrates contain? It contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, and the common formula of carbohydrate is CH2O bracket N. So N is a variable number and it changes as the structure of carbohydrates get bigger. So here this is the formula of a single carbohydrate, and the number changes, the N number changes as the carbohydrate molecule gets bigger. Okay, carbohydrates are of three types, and those are monosaccharide, disaccharide, and polysaccharides. Okay, monosaccharides contain glucose, galactose, and fructose. So what are monosaccharides? It is only a single unit. Okay, and what are disaccharides are two. Okay, glucose plus glucose, which makes maltose, glucose plus galactose, which makes lactose, and glucose plus fructose, which makes sucrose. And what are polysaccharides? Polysaccharides are more condensed form of these monosaccharides. Okay, there are more number of glucose in it, more number of galactose, or more number of fructose, so it makes starch. So the polysaccharides contain starch, glycogen, and cellulose. Our body cells mainly store, like, the energy cannot be stored in monosaccharide form, like the glucose or galactose. It cannot be stored, it gets used up. Okay, so our body stores energy or stores it as starch, glycogen, or cellulose. Okay, so let's see the structure of glucose. This is one structure of glucose, and this is known as alpha glucose. Okay, see the bond HOH, it's carbon over here, and it's bonded with bonded like this. Okay, I hope you know. And this is another structure of glucose, and this is known as beta glucose. So basically, what is the difference between alpha glucose and beta glucose? If you look closely, both the structure are same, but can you see the difference? This is where the difference is. Okay, in carbon 1, this OH and H group, it is inverted. Okay, the H is up and the OH is down in alpha glucose, whereas the OH is up and H is down in the beta glucose. Okay, so let's see the definition. The difference between alpha and beta glucose is that the position of hydroxyl group in carbon 1 is inverted. Alpha glucose is used to form starch and glycogen, whereas the beta glucose is used to form cellulose, and it is their use. So what can you say that alpha glucose, it is used to form starch and glycogen, all right? Whereas the beta glucose is used to form cellulose. Okay, now I'll just show you two more structure, just the structure. Okay, two more structure of the monosaccharides. So these are the structure. This is the structure of fructose and this is the structure of galactose. Okay, so what is the difference between the structure of galactose and glucose, because they look really similar unlike the fructose. So the difference is that structure of galactose and this is the structure of glucose. It's same, but the hydroxyl group is inverted in carbon over here, right? It is inverted. The OH is down and the H is up, whereas in case of galactose the H is down and the OH is up. Okay, and for the preparation of your exam, you should know the difference between the structures of glucose and galactose, especially alpha glucose and beta glucose. So keep that in mind and study more. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.